sing along and go meow 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 just a kitten, hardly fit my mittens, much too small I figure. One day I'll be bigger, one day I'll be a great big kitty cat. Use open windows to go from flat to flat. Meow 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 meow. Just a kitten, hardly fit my mittens, much too small I figure. One day I'll be bigger, one day I'll be all grown up and strong, but till then I'll just purr and sing along and go meow 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 meow. Just a kitten, hardly fit my mittens, much too small I figure. One day
Wow, are we live? Are we on? Hello. Um, how are we doing? I'm doing pretty well myself. But yeah. Um, honestly, I haven't streamed in a hot minute. It's been a while, I know. Um, but as you can see, I have definitely improved my layout in comparison to my older streams. And I also have a PNGtuber now, which I literally finished today. And I just decided, like, you know what? Why don't I just make a new, like, why don't I just do a stream now? I can, even though the internet is, still kinda shit. I'm going to try to pull by my bootstraps and stream anyway, and hopefully it's not going to fuck up. But we're going to watch just a robot's video about Demon Slayer. Hold up, let me just. Okay, better. Now the video is more visible as well. Um, but boy, I saw this video from his in my recommended for some reason. I guess it's because I've been watching some JARTENT lately, and YouTube decided that I like just a robot or something. But yeah, now I'm just going to I mean, I did look it up for the stream, but I did want to react to it with you guys because I'm not going to watch a jar video without anything in return, okay? I don't want to suffer alone for nothing. So, without further ado, let's just watch this train wreck. Um, let me just contribute to the ratio it has going on. Seems too many people still like it. But yeah, geez.
Demon Slayer is literally about slaying.
Okay, wait, let me just, okay.
Demon Slayer is literally about slaying demons, and that's it. Honestly,
What? Let's. Alrighty. It's already off to a great start. Wait.
Demon Slayer is literally about slaying demons, and that's it.
Yeah, it's almost as if it's called Demon Slayer. What did you want? What else did you want from the anime called Demon Slayer? Uh, but this is also completely ignoring that there is actually more to it, but honestly, the first 3 seconds already. uh, let's just keep letting it play and see if he redeems himself with it. Like, bro, just what did you expect?
Honestly, it might be the most bare bones anime of all time.
Whatever.
When I was growing up, I had Bleach, One Piece, and Naruto. Kids today will never understand what it was like growing up with these.
Those anime are still popular now, though. Like, people still watch One Piece, Bleach, and Naruto. One of my closest friends is literally a Bleach fan. And also, I don't know what to tell you, but it's almost as if like you know what? Let me just say it like this. The creator of Demon Slayer was literally inspired by these 3 anime exactly. I mean, maybe not One Piece, but by Bleach, Naruto, and if I recall correctly, also JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. And like you can clearly see it through. Like you can clearly see the inspiration when you watch Demon Slayer. I'm not sure what argument Jar tried to make here, but those aren't mutually exclusive, and people still watch these classics. That being said, I still have to continue watching Bleach. My friend has been insisting I should. Where was I?
Wait, hold on. Oh my god, all 3 of them are still going! None of them were perfect by any stretch of the imagination. You can find plenty of videos talking about their plot holes. But each of them had something that made them stand out. Naruto's magic system and world building were interesting to say the least. The villains and the strategies they came up with were mind-blowing. Deidara vs Sasuke is still one of the best written fights I have ever seen. No rivalry will ever top Goku vs Vegeta, but Naruto vs Sasuke is a pretty close second. One Piece. Once you get past the bizarre art style and the whole people get powers by eating fruit thing, you will see that it has a pretty deep plot about uncovering the hidden history of the world.
What is. Okay, look, what is the problem with the plot being like they eat weird fruits and get powers? Like, hello? Also, I'm not sure what point he's trying to make here. Like, I'm really not sure. Like, wow, these three animes are not perfect, but they still have these aspects that stand out. And like, okay, so does Demon Slayer. Like, just because you don't like it doesn't mean it's automatically like bad. Then again, reminder that this guy asked groomer for sleepy time calls. Like, I'm just gonna say that. Like, not sure if I not sure what I was expecting insightful commentary from him. But yeah.
Its setting is one of the most unique in a long-running series. It's a massive ocean world that is even bigger than our own world. They go to different islands, each one unique from the last. Because the islands are so separate from one another, each of them allows for a brand new story arc to begin. For example, the Eneru story arc takes place in the White Sea, a land above the clouds. It's a fascinating exploration of faith and godhood. The first season tricks you into thinking it's going to be a fun and short goofy adventure, only to pull the rug out from under you. Before you know it, you're watching a story about overthrowing the government. When you get to that point, the politics of the world actually makes sense because you have been following along from the start. The third of the big three was Bleach. It was okay, but I still loved how its power system worked, for the most.
What do you mean it was okay? No, what? Never mind. Ugh. I will say his his commentary on One Piece is surprisingly good. Like, he actually, I mean, at least he acknowledges that there is politics in One Piece. But yeah, other than that, he is really like, well, these anime, they are amazing. And I'm like, okay. Like, his analysis of these anime. Wait. Let me let the Bleach part play actually, because I realized I haven't played that in full. My bad.
Part, and how the story centered around souls in the afterlife. All three of them definitely had way too much filler.
Oh wait, he did not even expand too much into the Bleach part. Okay. In either case, I'm just going to ask one thing. Just one question. What does any of it have to do with Demon Slayer? Like, where does Demon Slayer get in this discussion? Because I'm pretty sure this video is about Demon Slayer, right? Why were we talking about Bleach, Naruto, and One Piece for at least a minute and a half now?
And some painfully slow pacing, but at the end of the day, each one stood out from one another. Demon Slayer, on the other hand, does nothing at all to stand out.
What are you talking about? Literally, what are you talking about? Oh well, maybe we should hear him out.
A lot of shonen animes get accused about being nothing but fighting demons, or at least fighting stand-ins for demons. And yes, I know they are technically yokai in the original translation. You don't have to tell me in the comment.
Except they weren't. They are demons. They are demons. Like, yeah, this already also shows that this guy does not understand shit. It literally, did he even read or watch the series? Because I'm kind of believing he didn't. If the only takeaway he got is, lol, it's literally just a generic anime about boys slaying demons. Like, I get that if you're trying to get the most bad faith interpretation possible, you're going to make that you're going to have that be your takeaway. But there is more to the series than that. Like, there is so much emotional moments. Like, again, you're not going to make the claim Jar does unless you're trying to get the bad faith interpretation out of it.
But in Demon Slayer, Tanjiro fights demons, and only demons. Never a dragon, never a monster of a different kind, just demons.
It's almost as if, again, it's called Demon Slayer. Also, last time I checked, it is almost as if a dragon or like what Ari also said, didn't kill his family or something. It's also almost as if he is part of the Demon Slayer corps. Like, of course he only kills demons. It makes sense to the setting and the fact that everyone like has been fucked over by demons. Again, this is not something that would be a takeaway if it weren't a like if Joe weren't trying to get a bad faith interpretation of the series, he wouldn't have said this. Ugh. I'm not even 3 minutes in and I'm already annoyed.
And by demons, I really mean vampires who occasionally have magical powers. Say what you will about Bleach, but at least Ichigo fought more than just hollows.
Yeah, it's almost as if those are two different anime. It's it's almost as if Bleach had different enemies from hollows. Like, again, I I have watched more. I haven't watched enough of Bleach to like make a full comment, but I do know that those are different anime. Like, I'm sorry I'm being repetitive, but bro really watched Demon Slayer and is mad that there are Demon Slayers. Like, that is the equivalent of going to a bar and being like, why are they serving alcohol here? This place is shit because there is alcohol everywhere. Like, why are you even here if you don't like it?
But it's not just about what monsters our heroes fight. It's also about how they fight them with their unique powers and weapons. Tanjiro, he uses a sword.
Yeah.
Yep, just a regular katana. He doesn't mix it up with another weapon, or a cannon arm, or shuriken, or whatever else. Sure.
Yeah, maybe Tanjiro. But like, okay. Clearly. Okay, let me just lean a bit closer to the mic. Jar, this is an anime about samurai who fight demons. And you are shocked by the fact that they use swords. I don't know what to tell you, brother. Also, side note, but that's not even correct. I mean, maybe Tanjiro only uses a sword, but this guy has a fucking gun. You cannot say that they only have swords when you have Genya with a gun, and then Shinobu with and you have also Shinobu who, yes, she has a sword, she fights with a sword, but her sword basically doesn't really cut. It literally has it's literally just a stinger. That's something I can compare it the most with. She essentially just injects people with, she basically injects the demons with a poison with it. And yeah, bro. Yeah, initially I was like, okay, I am open to have my mind changed. Maybe, maybe demons, maybe Jar's Demon Slayer video is not as bad, and my title is completely wrong because I admit I did just make the title in reference to his old videos where he was like, this person does not understand this thing that I am totally more educated about, when he isn't. But yeah, I guess the title was in fact perfectly fitting.
Sure, he got some elemental abilities, but elemental magic is the most generic kind of all.
Except that is not even true. Okay, this is probably spoilers if you haven't watched Demon Slayer, though at that point I must ask, why are you watching this video? You would pretty much expect that someone who talks about how someone doesn't understand Demon Slayer is going to spoil the plot, but the weapons in fact don't have any magic. Those are just in fact ordinary swords with nothing else to it. It is literally confirmed that the quote unquote elemental abilities from the swords are not even actual abilities, it's just visual effects. Which, yes, that's a great thing, and it does work nicely with the technique, but as far as I am aware, only Zenitsu's thunder breathing is actually real. Everyone else just uses normal swords with nothing else. Again, though, that is proof that Jar is not cultured enough to understand Demon Slayer.
And even then, the elements aren't actually being used. They're just flashy visuals for the audience. Or maybe they're not, it's never made clear.
Except they literally said that. Though, at least he did address it.
Aside from thunder breathing, that is. Thunder breathing gives its user a unique speed boost, but aside from that, every breathing is not very distinct from one another. They all basically have the same moveset with slightly different flashy effects.
Yeah, it's almost as if, again, it's just special effects for the audience. I was hoping that he would actually correct me and make clear that he already knows. But it is clear that he's still operating on the notion that it could be real. Though, again, thunder breathing is the only real ability. Everything else is just special effects. Unless, and that's just talking about the Slayers, of course. Everyone else is, the demons are just, they actually, yeah.
Oh yeah, I should probably explain for those of you who are out of the loop. In Demon Slayer, the Demon Slayers can breathe in a special way. It amps their body, allowing them to fight evenly with a demon. Yep, you heard that right. Instead of chi or chakra, this world magic systems works on breathing.
You mean like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? That's personally the comparison I made when I first watched Demon Slayer. Also, what is the problem here? Pretty sure breathing is important, in fact.
In order to be on par with a demon, you don't need magical powers, you just need to breathe in a specific way.
Again, Demon Slayer is far from the only one. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure did it too, but I see no one complaining about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure for this. In fact, if I recall correctly, and I am pretty sure this is true, this is directly inspired from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. This is not a complaint, by the way. I actually love that aspect, and it's the main reason I got into Demon Slayer in the first place, because before that I was into JoJo's, and I still am into all of these anime, by the way.
Wow, this might be the lamest magic system I've ever heard of ever. Luffy was always creative with his stretchy abilities.
Again, what does that have to do with everything? You literally said before that. Again, it's almost as if these are different anime with different kinds of structure.
And Naruto uses shadow clones in ways I never even thought of. Just imagine if One Piece was only about Luffy using super strength to punch people, or if Naruto was doing nothing but Rasengan spamming from the start. It would have been boring.
I don't know, it depends on how you execute it. And again, good thing that that's not what's happening in Demon Slayer.
Ichigo isn't much better in this regard either, just to be clear, but at least the rest of the cast in Bleach have unique powers and abilities. But Tanjiro's sword isn't just any sword, it's a super durable blade that can burn demons with the power of the sun, kind of like something out of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 1 and 2.
Okay, at least he did mention it.
So what is it made of? Well, that's one of the most interesting parts of the anime. You see, the demon-slaying swords are made out of shards from meteorites. They are forged in volcanoes, blessed by priests, and then... I'm just joking. Both the manga and the anime never explain it. But at least the
Except they did. They did use special rocks for it.
demons have an interesting origin story, right? Nope. Muzan was just a spoiled rich prince who got sick. His doctor created a potion that gave him superpowers, but Muzan killed him before he could experience its full effect.
No, he didn't. Okay, now I'm mad. Okay, Jar, let me sit you down and explain this like you're in kindergarten. Muzan was sick. He was pretty much at death's door. He was dying. He was already experiencing being near death because he is very sick, and that has been his whole life. This one guy gave him a medicine, but he ended up becoming a demon. Because the medicine was faulty, and because he is a demon, he needs blood. So he killed the guy because he needs to survive. Why am I talking to? Why? Like, again, it is so clear this guy didn't actually watch or read the series, but he tries to act like he did, and it's so annoying.
And now he's obsessed with recreating it. As for every other demon, Muzan just created them by putting his blood into other humans. Yeah, you see what I mean by these things being vampires.
Again, let me explain this further, because he clearly does not understand. Muzan tries to make more demons because he's trying to find a demon who can withstand the sun, so that he can absorb that demon in his blood into himself, so that he becomes immortal. This is also exactly why he was after Nezuko when he found out that she conquered the sun. Brother.
and not demons. That's it. Muzan's origin story is about as complicated as Captain America's, and he came out decades ago. He's no Madara or Sosuke Aizen, or, I don't know, Buggy the Clown. He's an even more interesting villain than this guy. Honestly, if Captain Buggy was the main villain throughout all of Demon Slayer, I think...
Okay, hear me out. I know this is completely unrelated to the video, but I love Buggy. I do not tolerate the Buggy slander here either.
that would fix the entire anime. But is the main character interesting? Not really. Tanjiro isn't the worst protagonist I've seen, but he's way too much of a goody two-shoes.
But that's actually the good part of him. Most anime protagonists I've seen were mostly like those corny ass, well, I wanna be the hero because I want to be loved by everyone. And Tanjiro, on the other hand, is just, he went from basically doormat to actually learning to care more for himself, I guess. I mean, I'm not sure if I say it correctly, but there's a major difference between season 1 Tanjiro, where he was like, well, maybe we can just talk to Muzan and then ask him to bring Nezuko back. And Tanjiro in like the final arc where he's like, nah, you must die. Fuck it. Like, there is a major character development. And look, can we just gatekeep Demon Slayer at this point from annoying people like this?
He cries constantly, and he gets random power-ups out of nowhere.
Except he doesn't. He trains for it. What?
No, granted, that last point applies to a lot of shonen protagonists, but it's still...
Again, fucking where? Literally fucking where? Again, Jar would only make these claims if he tries to get a bad faith interpretation out of it. Which clearly he does. But like, ugh, it is just so unbearable. He's actually annoying, man.
Still a problem, and even if I could look past all of that, he's just boring. Bro lost his whole family and he gets over it pretty quickly.
Except he doesn't! He literally doesn't! A good chunk of the first season was him pretty much grieving his family and the fact that his sister turned into a demon. But I guess he gets over it, but more in the sense of he has to turn his sister back to normal. And even then there are parts where he has to deal with this directly. Like in the Mugen Train arc, he literally gets sent back to his family, supposedly, but like he's pretty much in his dreams. Like, I don't know, man, but the Mugen Train arc pretty much makes it clear that his family still haunts him in his dreams. Like, I don't know what to tell you again, Mr. Robot.
He starts smiling because he has a chance to save his sister. Speaking of his sister, Nezuko's personality basically breaks down to 70% cute and mute, 20% angry, and 10% normal human. Honestly, she's more of a MacGuffin than a person.
Again, are we talking about the same series? Let me just put it this way. The series started with her turning into a demon. Of course, she's going to be acting like a demon for most of the plot. And even then, she's very much and again, like, he is just very clearly trying to get it wrong because, again, this is not something he would be saying if this were something he was actually going to watch in good faith. Either that or he actually watches anime like this, and that is honestly very sad.
It honestly amazes me that Tanjiro loses everything, discovers demons are real, and basically goes, oh well, guess I'll become a demon slayer.
Except he didn't! I don't know how to say it in a way that Mr. Robot will understand. But Tanjiro loses his family, his sister turns into a demon, and he is forced to move on pretty quickly because he has to turn his sister back to normal. And even then, it still fucking haunts him. And also, he did not become a demon slayer because he was like, oh cool, I can become a demon slayer now because wow, demons real. No. Basically, he tried to take his sister to a doctor because he thought she was also dead, but she was like somewhat alive, I guess. But um basically she wakes up as a demon, tries to kill him, and then a demon slayer shows up and tries to kill her. Again, this is literally the first episode. Jar, go back to watch episode 1 of Demon Slayer and then come back. Oh.
Dude literally shows more emotion during some of his training than he does after his entire family is killed.
Again, altogether, except he doesn't.
Naruto, Bleach, and One Piece all had unique, interesting worlds, but Demon Slayer's world building falls apart once you apply any logic to it. For starters, aside from the demon hunters, no one in this world believes in demons, even though they've existed for hundreds of years.
Yeah, it is like how, I don't know, man, with the fact that there are people who believe that the earth is flat, I think it is pretty reasonable. And also, just gonna say this, but, you know what? Maybe it is just, maybe I should have realized this beforehand. But if you apply any logic to anything Jar says, you will, realize that he talks out of his ass, so, yeah.
In our real world, back during the time period this anime takes place, people didn't see demons walking around, and they still believed in them. Even now, people believe in Bigfoot, aliens, and other legends. Sure, people didn't believe in hollows in Bleach, but that's because they were invisible. Ignoring demons doesn't make the story better, it makes it worse.
Okay, I don't know how to say this, but, it is almost as if they're trying to apply this logic. It's almost as if that is the logic they're trying to apply to the series, that not everyone sees them, but they do kinda exist. Ugh. I'm not sure what to even say at this point.
Especially when people have family members who survived a demon encounter before. I'm also not a fan of how demon slayers go off on their own to fight demons, even when they are the lowest rank. At the start, we see hundreds of candidates in the recruitment process, only 5 survive. And somehow those same 5 end up fighting some of the strongest demons in the world, and they all live. Yes, you heard me right, there's a ranking system. But just like in Naruto, most of the ranks don't actually matter. It's brought up like once or twice, then forgotten about. Okay, I'm not being fair. Naruto handled this ranking system much better. There's only 2 ranks that matter. The Hashira, those at the top, and everybody below them. One of the Hashira...
Yeah, okay. I'll give credit where credit is due. That is actually kinda correct. Not that it's a bad thing though, because it doesn't really matter anyway. Because it became urgent pretty quickly to fight those demons regardless of rank. Also, it is almost as if Tanjiro pretty much told all of the Hashira like, hey, I'm going to fight these demons. Don't kill my sister. I will come back with Muzan's head or whatever. Like, he pretty much said that shit. And you expect the Hashira to be like, oh no, Tanjiro, don't do that. You are not high rank enough to do it. Like, I don't know what to tell you, brothers. Yeah.
Hashira's name is Shinobu. She's too weak to decapitate, and everybody below them. One of the Hashira's name is Shinobu. She's
Shinobu.
too weak to decapitate demons, and before you ask...
And also, so he knows about Shinobu. So, he also knows that, her sword is very different from the others, in that it cannot really kill a demon. Like, it cannot decapitate a demon. So his whole thing about, lol, they just use swords, it makes, like, no sense. It already falls apart.
One of the Hashira's name is Shinobu. She's too weak to decapitate demons, and before you ask if this is a sexist thing, there are 2 other female demon slayers in this series.
Except Nezuko is not exactly a slayer, she's just a demon who happens to be related to the demon slayers. And God, Jar, you could have used Aoi as an example, and like, sure, she is not exactly fighting in combat, but she does actually wear the uniform. And even then, it does not change it does not change anything. You could have also showed 3 of Tengen's wives. Shinobu is just weak. Like, she even addressed it herself that she wishes she could be as strong as Mitsuri.
And they are capable of decapitating demons. You're probably wondering how the only demon slayer who isn't capable of decapitating demons became the highest rank. Well, you see, she uses poison made from wisteria flower. It weakens demons, slows their ability to regenerate, and enough of this poison will kill them. Wow, that's interesting, but I have one question. Why doesn't every single demon slayer use this? They all use their special swords, and they all use breathing techniques, so why not this poison as well? It's an extremely useful tool.
It is almost as if Shinobu is a pharmacist, pretty much. It's almost as if Shinobu is specialized in this sort of thing. It's almost as if she's a fucking doctor.
Before you ask, no, it's never explained that this flower is incredibly rare or the poison is super hard to make. Every demon slayer should be required to have this stuff on their person. This character's introduction and the way her power works completely breaks how the verse is supposed to function. She doesn't even really serve any purpose within the story.
And this is a complete lie.
Could write her out and nothing would change.
Except she literally had a major role in making the drug that will ultimately kill Muzan or the demons. Like, she literally participated in helping Muzan get weaker. You cannot write her out. Yeah, he really did not watch this series or read it.
fact, getting rid of her would cover up a pretty big plot hole.
Aye, I'm your little butterfly.
Also, I'm here.
Out of any plot hole.
Aye, I'm your little butterfly.
Okay, this was pretty funny.
Also, I'm here.
Out of any anime I have seen, Demon Slayer probably has the lamest super form ever. The Demon Slayer mark. Bankais in Bleach transform your normal sword into a cool new powerful weapon, and Luffy's 2nd through 4th gear, they give him unique abilities. Each gear changes his body more and more, but there are some drawbacks. Naruto's 12 transformations all look awesome in their own way, but the Demon Slayer mark looks about as cool as a cutie mark from My Little Pony. By the way, this mark wasn't something the other Demon Slayers had until Tanjiro showed up. Once he achieved his, the others got theirs. So it's kind of like Super Saiyan in a way. Once one character achieves it, the rest are guaranteed to follow, like a super form bargain sale. And if you're wondering why Tanjiro got it first, good for you, because the story never really explains it.
Except it did. It started with his forehead getting burned with like hot water, and then eventually he just fought, I guess, and yeah, whatever. Also, he happens to have the earrings that some guy he's not even related to has, so that plays a role too. To be honest, I'm just following Jar bad faith interpretation logic at this point. I think that watching a Jar video, you should just turn your brain off.
But what about the other characters? Well, there's Zenitsu, whose whole personality boils down to being horny and cowardly. Basically how people see me.
Honestly, that one is pretty funny. Credit where credit is due. This actually gave me a chuckle. This was actually good. Look, say what you will about Jar. A banger joke is a banger joke.
And yeah, I don't really like his character. Surprisingly, a lot of the fanbase find him relatable, and I can imagine why. If you're wondering how he manages to fight demons despite being terrified, the answer is this. He just passes out, and then somehow fights like a pro.
Can I nail your sister?
No!
I'm gonna.
There's Inosuke, the boar guy. He's perfect. I have no issues with his character at all. He makes me laugh, and honestly, I think he should be the main character.
You know, aside from the he shall be a main character thing, I actually agree. But then again, I think that Inosuke is best boy should be the common senses. Like, it should be the thing that everyone believes. Like, it is objective fact that Inosuke is best boy, okay? So, I guess, based Jar... I can't believe I'm giving this guy W's. But I have to take points out for the Tanjiro insult, because Tanjiro is great, and I do not tolerate Tanjiro slander. I'm sorry.
Can someone make a video called Demon Slayer, but it's only Inosuke? Because I would totally watch that.
Honestly, I'm pretty sure it exists.
I'm Inosuke! I'll live to kill demons, haven't washed his forehead in 3 months!
I could smell.
But I'm also very pretty.
That is actually way more disturbing than the boarhead. Please put it back on.
No. That is flat out wrong. Pretty sure, I'm sure that Jar missed the bit where Tanjiro basically said to Inosuke that his face is attractive. I'm an Inotan shipper for a reason, okay?
Pleasure!
Then there's Rengoku. When we first meet him, he wants to kill Nezuko and have Tanjiro executed for protecting her. But right after that, he suddenly changes and becomes a chill, likable guy. And then he dies. This character development is so fast and so nonsensical that it gave me whiplash. I think my biggest problem with Rengoku is that he's intentionally written in a way that makes us sad when he dies. Now I know what you're gonna say, well Jar, when a main character dies, we're supposed to feel sad about their death. I get that, but he was literally just put into the train story arc so that he could die. We get to know about his character and his sad backstory on the train. We find out that he's a nice and cool and awesome guy, only for him to be taken away from us far too early. But when we first met him, he was totally willing to kill Tanjiro's sister. Personally, I think
No, he was perfectly fine executing them both because he didn't understand the lore, basically. When he saw that Nezuko did pretty much not jump at Sanemi, who self-harmed for nothing, basically, he got a change of heart for that reason, much like everyone else. Okay, except Sanemi maybe, because he actually hates both of Nezuko and Tanjiro, which is fair because they hate him too anyway, so yeah. Again, not sure what point he's trying to make here. Again, if he actually watched, he would have understood. Though I'm pretty sure he did watch it, but he just took away the bits he liked so he could make a perfect video where he would say the things that would piss people off, which, to be fair, I don't think his intention was to piss people off, though, which makes it sad that it actually pissed people off, me included. But yeah, 4 minutes left at least from this train wreck of a video.
it would have been better if this guy had some character flaws. For example, he could have been very standoffish towards Tanjiro and treated Nezuko like she was a monster who was about to snap. But then during the battle with a really powerful demon, he would see that Nezuko was protecting the people on the train.
Again, this would have worked if it weren't for the fact that Rengoku didn't get a change of heart. If it weren't for the fact that Rengoku literally got a change of heart in, like, the Fairy Hashira trial arc, where he literally saw that Nezuko didn't react when Sanemi self-harmed,
causing him to have a change of heart, and then
his change of heart literally happens in the same arc where he was like, execute them both. He literally was like, yeah, Nezuko isn't that bad, actually.
and after that he can die. But no.
And also, he literally got, and also, like, the master literally was given a note that was like, hey, Nezuko is a good girl. Don't kill her, actually.
No, the writer had to make him completely perfect all the way from the start, because the writer doesn't know how to write. Then there's Genya. He can't use breathing techniques. If you're wondering...
Oh, he does know about Genya! So why did he say that they only have swords? Because Genya has a fucking gun!
As to why, good for you. But what he can do is gain demon powers by eating other demons. Why does he have this ability? Again, good for you. The only explanation we get is that he has special organs. I mean, I guess that's better than nothing, but it's still not enough, especially when he's the only person in the world who can do this. The author also tries to make you feel bad for most of the demons by giving them a tragic backstory. The problem is, we don't get those backstories until after they're already dead.
Except that's actually the good part, because at that point you're like, okay, these are shitty people, and I guess they had a bad past, but that does not change the fact that they did all of these horrible things. And also, there's literally this whole theme of grief. I'm pretty sure that has something to do with it, Jar.
It would have been far more interesting to see them earlier, at the start or even in the middle of the fight, rather than a last-minute sympathy grab.
But we're going
Except that's not what it is, though.
to give you our sad backstories right before you kill us so it feels extra tragic.
Fair enough.
You see, when I was a child, I was super sick, but when I was a demon, I wasn't sick, and then I could have the family I always wanted!
That's really sad, but I feel like this would have been way more dramatic if the audience had known that ahead of time.
And honestly,
Again, it literally doesn't matter where it is placed. I think that the fact that it took place before like they die, I think that adds more to the charm, because like they already did those bad things, and whether they die or like whether you hear their story or not, it doesn't change. Sorry, my nose. It doesn't change it doesn't change the fact that they like did those shitty things. Like they still killed many people, and like they still suck. Also, calling it a sympathy grab is like the most bad faith interpretation of it, because like again, if you actually watched it, you would know that the series has very emotional moments. Pretty much most of it is pretty sad. Then again, I really feel like he mostly watched it through memes. That's the only way his takes are making any sense.
what does it even change? Newsflash! Everyone has a sob story, but that gives you no right to hurt others.
Yeah, that was literally the point. Again, he doesn't understand it.
These backstories don't really add anything to the story or build on its themes. They're
Yeah, because that is the point.
just tacked on at the last minute. Now, I don't want to just bash this show. There's a plot point that's actually handled well. A good demon who refuses to eat humans is working on a way to turn demons back into people. To do this, she needs the blood of the strongest demons. Throughout the story, Tondro collects this blood and sends it to her. Eventually, she creates a potion that weakens the big bad, making it possible for our heroes to defeat him. Say what you will about Demon Slayer.
First off, at least he did mention that. Though, the fact he did pisses me off so much, because he literally does this after he basically slandered Shinobu and says that she can be easily written out of the story. Because, newsflash, bitch! Shinobu also took part in helping make the drug, like the medicine. She literally helped. It was the combination of the blood and the wisteria flower poison that she made that got Muzan to age faster, and then Doma killed. Like again, what? Again, he must have not actually watched the anime or read the manga. I think that what really happened is he probably did see some parts of it, but he mostly got his information through memes, because it seems that that's really the way he gets his information, like anywhere.
But that's actually a solid idea. Way better handled than what She-Hulk tried to pull off. After everything I've pointed out, you might be wondering, why does this anime have so many fans? The answer is simple, the animation. And yeah, I'll give it that. The animation is jaw-droppingly good.
Okay, yeah, this is one of the reasons, but also, the plot is actually good. I bought every single I bought every single volume of the manga, and I also have the Kimegaku spin-off, and I'm a huge fan. And I actually made a video flexing my collections and shit. Though I might make a new collection flexing in the future when my moving situation is resolved. Which, yes, that is in fact still going on. I'm just taking a break for the sake of like making a stream or something. Like, yeah, it's just something that's been going on. But I did see a window of time where I can do a stream. The internet also seems to be okay. So, yeah.
Honestly, I wish this level of animation had been used for something like Naruto or Bleach instead of this.
Shut up.
The character designs are solid, and the music is good too, I guess. But at the end of the day, great visuals can't cover up for weak writing. Currently, we have
Again, it is only weakly written because you don't actually pay attention.
slop content and slop games, but before that we had slop anime. Demon Slayer is just another flashy example of style over substance.
Again, it's clear he doesn't actually get it. Then again, why else do you think that the title of my stream is the way it is?
So yeah, it's not the future of shonen, it's just another reminder that amazing production can't cover up for average writing. And that's why, to me, Demon Slayer isn't a masterpiece, it's just another piece of slop. But
don't call it slop ever again.
hey, at least it's not another fucking isekai, or 7 deadly sins, don't worry, that one's going on the list. Anyways, I'm sorry that I didn't upload the Acolyte video. We just had a new Demon Slayer movie come out in America, so right now it's relevant. I've always wanted to talk about Demon Slayer, and this is pretty much my last chance to do so.
Well, thank you, I guess, because now that has given me an excuse to talk about you, because to be completely honest, I've been wanting to do so for a while, but I'm going to get into that after I have watched the rest of this dumb outro.
Who don't like me or like Demon Slayer will hate this video. People who hate Demon Slayer and like me will enjoy this video. If you enjoy Demon Slayer, good for you. I'm glad you can get enjoyment out of it. But for me, it's pure slop. I want to increase the budget of these videos, so if you can find any
You are slop.
your heart to donate to me on Patreon, that would be a big help. Anyways, let's get to the credits.
Okay, now we're done. So, hold up, let me go back to the PNGtuber itself. But so, yeah, I've been wanting to talk about Jar for a while, but because this is an anime channel, I just did not know where to, like, squeeze in talking about Jar. So, I guess that you can say that Jar making a Demon Slayer video is kind of a blessing in disguise. But, yeah, I know that I've been shitting on his anime opinions, though I've given him some W's, I guess, regrettably. I mean, look, you cannot disagree with him when he says that Inosuke is best boy, okay? But, you know, he also did other shitty things. Like, defending Sinibero 3, a fucking groomer. So, yeah, that's also exactly another reason why I was kinda ruthless when it comes to him. He just kinda sucks. But, yeah, that's pretty much it for the stream. For those who tuned in, thank you for tuning in. For those who only now tuned in, even though this stream is kind of ending, thank you for watching anyway. Actually wait. We can use this moment to look at his comments actually. Okay. So let's look at his comments. Here is a better idea. Why just a robot is worse than trash. True though. This video is basically the same. I hate Demon Slayer because it's not the anime I grew up with. Along for brainless nitpicks. Yes, that was exactly what I was thinking. This person definitely said it better than I could. Please get offline. This entire video has to be rage bait. Bro says that if you take Shinobu out, nothing will change. Take her out of the story and Doma wouldn't have died and Muzan would have probably won. Shinobu helped create a drug capable of killing Muzan. Exactly! Crying constantly when the last 3 seconds did he have unjustified tears? Right. The premise of the show is samurais fighting demons. This show sucks because it's about samurais fighting demons. Yes, exactly. Also, the anime is literally called Kimetsu no Yaiba. You know what Yaiba means? Sword. The title is literally Demon Slayer Sword. And bro is surprised that it's about demon slayers using swords. Like, bro. I don't care if you think the story is simple. I don't care if you think Zenitsu is annoying. He is. I don't care if the anime carried the animation. I don't care if you don't like demons. I don't care if the characters are stagnant. I don't care if the show is overhyped. It's simple but effective. It does what it needs, and that's all it has to do. Even if you dislike its lacking structure, all that matters is that it has you thinking and that it's entertaining. Something it has any other series to ever fall below a 3 out of 10, aka trash rating. No amount of yapping will change that about it. Yeah, whatever. Yeah. Well, Black ain't gonna get you yet, bro. At least it gave us Demon Michael Jackson. The clankers resorted to rage baiting. Pretty much. First you tried to hooking up with a PDF. Now you're going after Demon Slayer. Shame on you, John. It's called Demon Slayer, not Dragon Slayer. Demons. Yes. Sorry, Clanker, you are programmed to hate shonen fancy, flashy animation and call it peak fiction. Because it is, though. Tanjiro fought plenty of people: Inosuke, Rengoku's father, and Sanemi. He fought all of the Hashira, the swordsmith, and the spirit fox kid at Sabito. Yes, he did. Again, Jar does not understand Demon Slayer. That's pretty much all I can sum this up to, and Jesus, this video was very exhausting to watch and talk like respond to, because look, it's just really bad. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. The stream is over for real now, I promise. I'm sorry if I've been stuttering. I'm still working on that too, but yeah. Bye.